Tiwa Savage opening up on her divorce is something that I find there's no need, because the last time she did, according to her, she did not find it funny because of the backlash she got. But let us get things in perspective. Tiwa Savage knew very well that the husband was married to someone else before she accepted to marry him. Yes, she knew. She knew quite all right. She knew. So, because the reason why I'm saying this is because Till Blaze's wife, who is his current wife now, they have been married for years. And you see them celebrating many years of being together. And it's not been long, Tiwa Savage. It's not been long Tiwa Savage broke up with her husband because her son is not up to 10. I don't think her son is up to 10 years old. Okay, maybe if he's up to 10. I don't think her son is up to 11. Because the other woman, they are celebrating over a decade, almost about 15 years or thereabout. I can't remember now. So it means that Tiwa Savage was fully aware that the husband, who is T Blaze, was already married to someone else before she came into the relationship. Because remember, he was her manager. And from management, it turned into romance. And this is what I used to tell people: never allow romance in a relationship. Yes, anything you are doing, business and romance, stay far from each other. Don't allow it. So she was saying on the podcast that cheating is not her deal breaker, that all the men she had been with cheated on her, that cheating is not her deal breaker, but what it comes after the cheating is the real problem. Like, a man will cheat on you and now begin to disrespect you. That's the part she cannot accept. But one thing is, if you agree that cheating is not your deal breaker, you can put it in your mind. But when you say it to the man, you have already made him to see that you are very cheap. You have made him to believe that you are very, very cheap, so you cannot get someone else. So there are some women that will never tell a man it's over. They will never walk out of a relationship. They stay there no matter what this man does to them. They stay there. So she was saying that on that podcast, and when T Blaze, ex-husband, announced their divorce on social media, she came out to try to explain her side of the story. And people told her no, she shouldn't have done that. Even people who she respected in the society told her, if you do that, you are putting your brand in a bad light. Some people told her you're a woman, you're not supposed to talk. Other people said so many things. But the truth is that there are times I feel that if your partner comes to social media to talk, act like you did not hear. Allow everything. Let people believe what they want to believe. There are two things. You can talk about your own now that you're talking about it, where everybody has seen the handwriting on the wall. Or you better still don't even talk about it. Let them believe what they want to believe. Because by her coming out to talk, she started crying. People were insulting Tiwa. They were saying she's not even fine without makeup. She's not. People said a lot of things. I'm wondering to myself, that period, even those who were supporting Tiwa, they were blocked. That Tiwa was blocking people at random. You just say, hey, yeah, we pray that they sort it out. They block you. Everything, Tiwa was just blocking. I don't know if she was the one blocking the people directly or her manager. It was just blocking people at random. So the bottom line of this thing is, when you see a man, whether you're in a relationship with the man or not, whatever it is, whether it's business or not, don't date your business partner. Don't. If you were married before you became business partners, still try to be when it comes to discussing. Because what Tiwa said that period was that the guy was stealing from her. He was stealing from her because they will do a show, he will collect money and not, he will not let her know. Then the guy will now make it look like the people will pay after the show. And then she will be asking the guy, how far? This show, I've not heard from you, what's going on? And then he will say, and this, that, okay, he will now send some money to her. She will be like, this is not what the show was about. So there were times the guy would she talked about the guy being into powder business, that is powder. You know what I mean? Sniffing powder. And all of that, she will confront him and he will deny. She talked about him selling a wristwatch. So, it's been a while. It's because she talked about it recently on the podcast. That's why I'm even doing this video. If you're a woman who is successful, there are two things you need to look out for. The friends you keep and the relationship you go into when it comes to romantic relationship you go into. Those two things can make or break you. You need to be extra careful. Nothing should make you feel less of yourself or to the point where you want to go and meet a man. Another thing I noticed that happens to women is that some women is that once you have had a child, I'm talking of for the ones that have children, they will tell you, you say, for Christ's sake, TIWA SALVAGE was not, she didn't even have a child when she married Tilbliss. When they came together, she didn't have a child. So why was she in a rush? Because most times the case used to be that when a woman is a single mother and then a man is a single father, they would come together and raise both children. You raise the woman's children, you raise the man's children. But at the end of the day, when that doesn't happen, it becomes a problem. You understand? It becomes a problem because at the end of the day, you cannot say that you didn't see the signs from the relationship, the courtship and all. You saw those signs, but you decided to continue. You decided to go ahead. Whatever you see in a relationship and you condone it, it would be times 10 inside the marriage. So once you're in a relationship with somebody and you see that it's disrespecting you, what do? Leave immediately. As soon as possible, leave. Because even now, she said when she came back, she didn't get pregnant out of wedlock. So she was the sweetheart of everybody. She was doing well. She was working by the books. But immediately her divorce came out, everybody was against her, which I don't believe everybody was against her. It's just a few people that loved. You know how some people in Nigeria, if they want to love your relationship, they'll even love it more than you. And that's why I keep telling people, if you are not ready for what this shipping thing and what they will do to you when you decide to break up with your partner, don't even bring your marriage to social media, because the moment you do, they'll use it against you and it will not be a joke. The moment you do like this, bam, they'll use that thing against you. So you should be very careful at what you do. Just be careful. So Tiwa spoke about it about 2 days ago, maybe a day ago, on a podcast, bearing all her this thing. So she is feeling that if she had known, she wouldn't have even talked about it publicly, because she had a lot of backlash. And now people started seeing her as a bad person, not the person who actually committed the offense. That some say she's a woman, she should not talk. See, don't listen to people who tell you you're a woman, you're not supposed to come out and talk. Say your truth when you feel like they need to say your truth. But when you know that you cannot contain the way people will react, just let it go. Let it do what? Slide. Don't even talk about it. Don't react to it. Just let it slide. There are people whose marriages broke up till today. Nobody knows what happened because they refuse to talk about it. People only speculated but do not know the real truth. There are people that they have accused of beating their wives, but in actual fact, that was not what happened. They did not. They didn't do that. And the thing is, some men, because people have seen them as bad, no matter how good they are in the marriage and the marriage breaks up, they automatically blame the man. So marriage is very deep. Marriage is very, very deep. You need to be very careful at what you do in your marriage, because when it breaks up, everybody will hold their own opinion about the marriage, especially if it was a very public marriage. People will hold different opinions about the marriage. So it's up to you to decide as an artist whether you bring your marriage outside or you keep it under wraps for your own mental health. Because imagine that you are in your house every day, you wake up, open the internet, and it's you they are talking about on different blogs. How do you want to react to that? You definitely become depressed. So it's better for you, if you are not ready, keep it under wraps. Do your love yourself. If it works for you, fine. Because if it doesn't work for you, the world will help to shame you. So I'm happy she was able to heal and now speak about it without crying.